Hi guys, welcome to the playback. If you don't see this red live button above my head here, that means you're watching the playback. Go ahead and put hashtag playback in the comments. If you have any questions, you can go to my business page, Color Your World, and shoot me a message, or you can put it in the comments below and I will get back to you very soon. Okay, tonight we're going to be inking some onesies. My niece is having a baby shower tomorrow. She's having a boy. A little baby boy. Okay. Just trying to find myself here so I can share myself. I would appreciate it if I could get you guys to share. Even if it's a playback, share it to friends, family, your Facebook page, a group. I can't talk. I share it to groups also. I share it to things like when people invite me to their online parties and then the party's over but the group still remains, I share it to things like that. Those are groups that you can do it, without being kicked out. And I don't want anybody getting kicked out of a group. Please don't do that, and don't spam people with it either. Just be kind and just share it and let them know that this is something that maybe you think they might be interested in, or even just share it and they can look at it if they want to. So I'm going to share it to my personal page. I'm going to share it to some groups. I belong to a group called Advertise Your Business, and I always post to there. I always post my lives to that. Gotta find it though. To that one. I'll be with you in a second. Just want to do some sharing. You don't want to share too many times either, because then Facebook will put you in what they call Facebook jail, and then you'll be suspended from posting anything or doing lives or whatever for a while. And I don't want that. I don't want anybody doing that. Oh, where's my... I can't find my one group. Well, advertising your business. There it is. Okay. That's fine. We'll do those. 3 groups and my page. So we are going to be making a mess. Okay, get these out of the way. I just did a live on my Chalk Live group. If you're not a member of that, head over to that and request to join. It has different designers and they do different times of the week. So what do I do with my little mat? This is an ink mat. It was a longer one size. Here, let me get it down here. This is our longer one, so this was part of the bottom here. And I have to cut it off because the onesies weren't going to fit. Obviously it's too big. So that one's long enough. I was able to cut this piece off so I could use it in the onesies. And that mat right there is made longer because it's just specifically so you can cut a little section off for kids' clothes, because we don't have a mat that fits like infants and toddlers and that kind of thing. So we are going to put our little inking mat inside. Try to make it straight as you can. Hi Petra, how are you doing tonight? I'm making some onesies. My niece is having a baby shower tomorrow. She's having a baby boy. So this one we're going to do is the little lamb. And I'm going to do it all in black. Because lambs are usually white, but the onesies white, it wouldn't show up. So I'm going to do everything in black. Got the little lamb. Good. Put the little lamb up close. Now with the little lamb, you'll see a lot of silk screen. So with that, you just want to make sure it's down good. There's no bubbles in it. With the more silk screen there is, the easier it is to have bubbles in it. And if you look sideways, you can usually tell. I don't want to get too close. I have my I have my little thing on, and I don't want to like burn the side of my face. Come on. There we go. Okay, I am going to. That just kind of stuck to the shirt. It didn't want to come up, so put that right there in the corner so I can get it up. And I have my handy dandy wipe because we all know how messy I am. And then we're going to do little lamb. I love you more. Maybe just little lamb. When you've got a newborn onesie, you don't have a whole lot of room to work with. Yeah, her shower's tomorrow. I totally spaced it off and was talking to my sister-in-law, and she reminded me, and I'm like, oh, so I ran and got some onesies tonight at Target, and so I thought since I had to ink them, I might as well do a live so everybody can see. And if she sees, it's not a big deal. Because it's not the only thing I'm doing. Okay, so black. Got dark blue and black, and in the kitchen sometimes they look the same. So I really don't want a blue sheep or lamb. Okay, no, not that one. I really need to get, oh I did. I said I really need to get some new black ink, but I remember I ordered some. It's right down there, so I'm good. Oh, good. I use black a lot. Okay, and then let's pray this sucker turns out. And I'm just going to lightly bring it down. I'm not going to press too hard. Gotta be careful because I'm really close to the side there. Gotten so much better than when I first started. I had to tape everything off because I would never, I was always not paying attention, and the next thing I know it's off the side and onto the shirt. So in a year's time I've actually gotten a little better. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary with this. Okay, let's get this. Okay. I'm going to clean my hands off. I got a little bit of black on there. Surprise, surprise. So. And then I have my water over here because with ink, you always want to put it in water. Excuse me, because when the ink dries in it, it's not water soluble like the chalk, and it will clog up your silk screen and it will ruin your transfer. So. Almost don't see his little face because it's so dark. Oh, let go. Stuck to me. I didn't want to let go. Oh. I am going to hit this with a blow dryer really quick because it's pretty wet. Hello, Miss Ellen. Okay, so see the lamb. Get that. So you can kind of see his face. The problem is that the lines are so thin on the transfer. So, but it's still cute. We will heat set these with my little thingy here when we're done. I'll wipe off some of that black ink that's on there. There. Over there. What do I do with the other ones? Oh, they're on the floor. Good job. Yeah, good thing the floor is semi-clean. Okie dokie. Put this back in. Just kind of work it in there. Smooth it down so it stays in place. This will all fit on here. Yeah. Well, I'm knocking everything on the floor. Okay, so we are going to do Hug Life. Instead of a Thug Life, we're going to have a Hug Life. And I think we'll do this in green. And I'm just going to smooth it down where the silk screen is. And do it in our meadow green. Like with the inks, you never have to mix them up or stir them or add water. They're always the perfect consistency every time, which is really nice. to scrape the excess off, put that back in the jar, because like with the chalk, we can still use it. Put that in there, make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. I'm going to close this up, put the lid over the top of it. Oops. Poop. Okay. Oh. It's a hug life. Really cute. Super cute. Dry it a little bit. So this one that says Hug Life, I'm not going to heat set just yet, because when you have the smaller letterings like this, when you pull up, the little fibers on the onesie or the shirt will come up, and you kind of have to let them relax during the night, like you sit overnight. The fibers will come back down. If I was to do this now, put this over there, all that green fiber would come in, it would look fuzzy, and it would be like that forever, and I don't want that. So I will let this one sit overnight, and then I will heat set it in the morning before I leave. Clean this one off. Just in case there's some on there. And I don't rub too hard on my ink mat, because the stickiness is on there, and I don't want to rub the stickiness off. If you rub too hard, eventually the stickiness will come off. You can, these things for me, I get them at 40% off, so they're not overly expensive, but it can get expensive if you have to replace them all the time. So try not to do that too hard. Okay, so I have one more. I'm going to heat set this one. I have this on, and if I heat set it, I don't have to worry about it falling on the ground. So when we heat set, find my other parchment paper. Where did it go? There it is. So I'm going to take this piece of parchment paper, and I'm going to put it in between here. So that way when I press down with that, it doesn't push the ink, so it doesn't go through the back of the shirt or the onesie. So I just parchment paper, not wax paper. I know somebody one time asked if they did it with wax paper, and I'm like, no. That wax will melt right onto your project or your iron. Parchment paper. I didn't even ask, can you guys even see this? Because I see the comments all over there, and I can't see what you guys are seeing, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This is my little mini press that I won. I love this thing. So much quicker than an iron. An iron, you will put it on like a medium setting for cotton, and then you'll do it 4 minutes on each side, the front side, and then push it inside out and do it on the inside too. This is it's a mini heat press is what it is. So it's like 30 seconds and we're done. And I don't even do I don't flip it out and do the outside. I just do the inside. I don't do that. Wow. I don't do the inside. I do the outside. My goodness. What happens when your brain's talking and your mouth is going faster than your brain? When it's heat set, you can actually feel the difference. Normally I when I ink something, I'll let it sit overnight and then I'll ink it the next day. But since these are going out as gift, with the exception of that one I just did over there, I wanted to get these heat set so I can get them into the bag. But when you heat set, it'll be smooth. If it's still wet or it's not been heat set, it's still kind of little tacky, and it almost like a grainy feel to it. once you heat set it, it is like smooth. It feels like it's just totally part of the shirt. And it actually is, because what you've done is you've ingrained it into the fabric. So this one is done. My little lamb that doesn't really have much of a face, but oh, there we go. He's all ready to go. Put him over there. I have one more. I'm going to figure out what to do, what to put on him. This is the one I did on Chalk Live. Don't Grow Up, It's a Trap. It's already been heat set, so it's ready to go. And then there's this one that says, Spit Happens. Hi, Charlene. Need something to drink. I cannot get enough ice water. It's all I drink all day long. Turn into a big old ice cube. Okay, I think, let's get these out of my way. I need to put this in here, don't I? Oh. Okay, so the last one. And I think this is one I've never used, but it's a baseball. I don't know how I'm going to do the baseball, so I think I'm just going to put play ball. I'm going to do the mitt and the glove, because I have brown ink. And then play ball we'll do in red. Unless you guys have any idea what I can use for the ball, because the ball's usually white, but it won't show up on here. I've never used this one, so let's mark this. Let's move this so I don't write on it with a Sharpie. Bat. Play ball. Stitching, glove, oops, and swing for the fences. I'm just going to put swing. As always, I never cut my backer. I always just cut the transfer on the lines that it shows. And that way, I always have the backer full, so I can just put it in the little sleeve it came in, and it's easier to store that way. onesie ready over here. Okay. Put play ball right there. Go for a minute. Boy, this bat is huge for this. I'll put the play ball there. Put it down at an angle. Put this up a little higher. Okay. What do you guys think? That'll be looking? I think so. Otherwise the bat's really not going to get in there. Okay, my brown ink. I don't think the ball can be brown. I really would like to put the ball in there, but I think the ball's going to have to stay out. So brown and I think instead of red, I'm going to do our Tide, which is a bluish green color. Okay, now I want to make sure they're all down. So I'm going to do brown on the bat, brown on the glove, and then the Tide on the play ball. You can hear it raining out there. Better snowing. I don't want it to snow. No snow. This one, it's a little narrower. You want to make sure there's no ink on your fingers. And I can't seem to get I cut my nails, and so now I have nothing to grab onto. Play ball. Now the bat. And dry this really quick. play ball. So, crap. Let me get this out of here. Dropped a tiny touch of little brown right there. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna pull this off of here. Put the put that under there. This over the top. And heat set it. Good evening, Miss Millie. Let it cool off. How in the heck did I manage to get brown ink everywhere? Excuse me. Oh, well, this one may not be going with her because I can't get that brown ink out. If I use my bleach pen, see if that'll get it to come out. I have no idea how I got brown ink up there, but oh well. So, there we go. Yep, all smooth. Okay, guys. Show you all of them. There we go again, the play ball. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Little lamb. Stuff on the floor. Spit happens. And then this one that I'm going to heat set tomorrow, it says Hug Life. So there we go. All the little onesies. Cool. Congratulations. Well, let me know and whenever we could do whatever gender we're going to be having. So, it's even for girls. I love this one here. It says pretty eyes, chubby eyes. I thought about putting that on a shirt for myself, actually. Okay, guys, this is my second live tonight, so I'm a little tired. I'm going to go watch some TV. Thank you for joining, as always. Get all my stuff I threw on the floor. Oh my. It's hard to bend over when you're fat. Okay. Thank Thank you for showing. Have a great night. Be kind to one another.